Hey guys, welcome back. So just a garage update week of what's going on since we did the track day last weekend, and we have a track event due coming up this Friday, which is a couple days away. Haven't been really doing anything crazy in the garage other than catching up on some projects, so I'll just bring you in and show you what we got. So 289 is looking like this now. So I got the block painted in the POR 15 engine enamel, which is awesome stuff. Oil pans on, even though I guess when they shipped it, I guess one of these rails got bent. I had to bend the rail back straight. Put that back together. The valve covers and the intake are just sitting on there for kind of hero shots. So I painted it on Saturday. Then a couple hours later I unmasked it, pulled all the plugs out of the holes and things like that needed them. And then I went around it Sunday with an airbrush and just hit a couple areas that were thin or that I missed or I thought that needed to be retouched up. Yeah, it's not a quick process, but if you want it looking good, you're not just going to rattle can your way to a good looking engine sometimes, so especially if you want it durable. And this stuff is pretty great. But got the alternator bracket kit on, put the big hypo pulley on the alternator with the proper spacers. And yesterday I went and started cleaning up the valve covers because the valve covers had big baffles in them, and because of the baffles they wouldn't sit down over the rocker arms, so I had to pull the baffles out, and I sat there with the carbide burr, and ground down the areas I thought were going to be an issue. I still need to do the other side, but I also lightly sanded the tops of the fins with my DA sander, and after it was done I went over it in straight lines with a pad just to bring it back, and they look really great. Well, this one looks really great. There's a little bit of corrosion on the clip here, or the hook, the sparkle wire clip, but you're not really going to see it because there's going to be a lot of stuff in the way. But I still need to do, for comparison, the passenger side one, which is still pretty cruddy. So, but I think I can get this one. It's a little bit worse for wear, some a little bit of flaking paint right here, but I think I can touch that up. I don't have this one looking just as good as this one. And the intake's just sat on there, the carb just sat on there. So I just sent the owner a picture of progress for over the weekend. Things getting done, still waiting for the plugs. I got the gaskets. I could bolt it down if I really wanted to, but I'm going to wait till the last minute just in case anything else pops up between now and then. So I would like to get a spacer. Got lots of stud here, but I don't need it, so I could run it just like that. But that's the 289. It's getting there. Probably a couple more weekends of parts coming in, and that thing will be ready to clear all this junk out, get it back on the run stand, clear off this stand, get it for hopefully ready for when the 390 shows back up. I did work on its intake a little bit after getting it back from the blasters. I just went around it with a burr, cleaning up some of the big casting clumps, just like heavy sand build up in some corners and things like that get put in there. So once that's painted, you'll never see it. And a little of work in the plenum, just smoothing things out, getting some other crust in there that didn't come out with the sandblasting. I think it'll be a pretty good intake. Right now you can see down in there. So, but yeah, if you look, you see LMR box showed up. So with that, I got 3 things that came in. One we're not going to use until the winter time, but yeah, I tried to get the diff in the car. It's 31 spline, but it came out of an Explorer, so I redid it, made sure it was all good, shimmed it up. So in the car, it's working, but it's just noisy. And you go around turns, and you can hear it popping and clicking. So yeah, it's used. You don't know the history of anything, and the application I use it in is different. It just, the clutches slip and grab and make noise. It's just something it's gonna do. There's no way around it. So I wanted to use one of the carbon fiber rebuild kits for it. Well, you can't find them anywhere. So all sold out. None on LMR, none on Summit, none on eBay. You can find the standard ones, but you can't find the carbon fiber ones with the 31 spline because the 31 spline kit comes with a brand new S-clip, you know, so you put the pressure on the clutch packs. So I mean, even the rebuild kit anymore is 150 bucks. So, and the whole diff is 300 bucks. So I can still pull the one out from the car and sell it over here. I think and make a lot of my money back, or at least I would say a solid, you know, 150 bucks, you know, once you do the pound conversion, things like that on the parts, to sell that one, and it'll just pretty much pay for half of this, and it's just clutch kit, but I got a whole brand new diff. So probably this winter is when this thing's gonna go in. So, but interesting on these things, well, I guess there's a date on there, June 23rd, 2022. You can't find these on Summit Racing, and I don't know why. LMR's got them, but you put the part number in there. Summit doesn't have them, hasn't had them in over a year, because I thought they sold out or something like that and they were going to stop making them. And yeah, they disappeared. So LMR got them back. I don't know if they bought a stockpile of them or something like that, and Summit just doesn't have them. But I got one while I could get one. So hell, I may even hold on to the other one if they are truly going away. But we'll see how the market flexes. But another thing I gotta order is valve cover bolts for the 289, because these are ones with the stamp seal valve covers and the threads are short. So when you put aluminum valve covers on, there's not enough threads here to bolt them down to the block. So I had to order different bolts for that. I got a new turn signal stock for the coupe, strictly for the fact that all the white markings are worn off of mine, and everything else interior is kind of primo, and it's just an annoying thing. It's one of the little final finishing touches I've been doing for detailing the car. So I'll get that put in at some point, but not right away. But I just got it while I had the money, and I just added it to the list for the moment. And the thing I'm going to be working on this week, getting ready for the track. Some of you guys already know what this is, and this is the start switch from the clutch. So this is the one I just pulled out of the car like 30 minutes ago, and what I'm doing is I'm going to put a whole video out about this in a little bit for the Holley Terminator X, is how to set up a two-step. So you sit there with the clutch pushed in, step on the gas, it revs to whatever you set the two-step rev limiter to, and as soon as you let off the clutch, it reverts to the original rev limiter. So because I'm having a hard time launching the car, so I think a two-step is going to help supremely with consistency and repeatability. So because I was, according to because the good thing about Holley, you get the data logger, I could see what I was launching at before, and I'm just gonna have to step it up a little bit, probably start it at 4,500, maybe go up to 5 or something like that, and see what I need to do to get this thing to launch hard off the line without bugging, and looking for that 10-second quarter-mile pass. But the thing with the switch that was in the car, because this car originally was an automatic, so I put the pedal box in from, I forget where I got the pedals from, and it came with the clutch switch. And this side here, I don't know if you can see, has the, get a pointer, has the pins for the start circuit. Push the clutch in, you can start the car. This side is for your cruise control. And I was sitting there troubleshooting the wires that I wanted, thinking, you know, why the heck aren't I getting the signal when you push the clutch in? You know, I don't know whether it was a normally open or normally closed circuit. Troubleshooting, and I couldn't do anything, and I got to the switch, and I looked in there with a mirror, and there's no pins in the side of the switch. So I don't have any idea what the application for this switch was, whether Ford used certain switches that didn't have circuitry in it for cruise control. But I don't know what car this came from, what year it came from, or anything like that. But got a new switch, and it has both sets of pins. So I'm going to be able to, when this is depressed, it's going to activate this switch, This will limit my RPMs to whatever I set it in the Holly. And as soon as I let the clutch out to go, it'll revert back to the other rev limiter. And I think that's going to be a pretty sweet ticket. And it's totally behind, integrated into the car, behind the scenes. There's no button to push or anything like that. So like a lot of people do, button on the steering wheel, I want it all hidden. So I think that'll make a good video coming up. But yeah, that's what's going on for the week. So I'll be trying to record more this Friday at our event, because it's going to be a Mustang, sort of Mustang track event. There's going to be some Dodge people there because they open the venue to whoever they can give them to give money. And so it's kind of a closed track day, not nearly as populated or popular. I would say popular. There's not as many people at this event than the last one. Hopefully the track prepper will still be great and we'll have a good time. So I'm gonna get on cracking with this, see what I can figure out, and hopefully I'll have another video here for you, at least with the two-step. If nothing else, I'll get the drag strip event action for Friday. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.